Let's bring in Republican strategist Luke Ball. Luke, great to have you on the show. I want to play some more sound, and it is Mark Wayne Mullen, the new Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security. He said the following here. Watch.
I want people to understand, when I go into this position, yes, I'm a Republican, yes, I'm conservative, but Department of Homeland Security is to keep everybody, regardless if you support me, if you don't support me, regardless of what your thoughts are. I'm here to enforce the policies that Congress passed, and right now I'm part of it, but once I make that transition, my focus is to keep the homeland secure.
It's interesting, Luke, because we should note that he's a very good friend of Kristi Noem's, and he is also, as we noted with Peter Doocy, he's a fighter. Is it a good choice, bad choice? What do you think about Mark Wayne Mullen as the new DHS Secretary?
I think it's a great choice. There's a handful of rules that you should follow in life. Love your neighbor as yourself. Never go up against a Sicilian when death is on the line. And never try to blame President Trump for a $200 million ad buy when he didn't sign off on it and try to push your political problems off on him. One of the things that Mark Wayne Mullen has already showed is humility. That's something that's been missing from DHS. And we've had some great wins over the last few months on the DHS front. We've had the border shut down, as the president noted in his truth. We have had cartels on the run. But something that Susie Wiles put in our heads when we were working on the campaign and in this current White House right now is never make it about yourself. Focus on the mission, focus on the president's mission. And I think that's something that Mark Wayne Mullen is going to do, because unfortunately it started to look a little bit more like TMZ rather than DHS under Secretary Noem.
Meantime, Kristi Noem, who has now been moved, she's kind of been moved to the southern hemisphere. So basically, she's still in the fight for all intents and purposes, but she's just got a kind of different vantage point. She said the following.
President Trump has been working hard to make sure that he's delivering on what he promised the American people, and that's to make America safe again. We'll be working throughout the Western Hemisphere with all the countries to make sure that we're biting the snake off, cutting its head off, with fighting the cartels before they ever reach the United States, stopping the drug flow, stopping the guns and ammunition from getting here and hurting our families in the homeland.
I mean, Luke, you can criticize her all you want and say she made some mistakes, and maybe she did, but boy, she is 100 times better than Alejandro Mayorkas, and that border is shut down. And there are a lot of bad people who were in this country 13, 14 months ago who are no longer here, and people should give a little bit of thanks to Kristi Noem for that. What do you think?
I think a wet paper bag would be better than Alejandro Mayorkas, because he allowed this crisis to happen under the Biden administration. And to your point, there were several wins where we did export and deport a lot of illegal aliens who were here, criminal illegal aliens who were violent in our country, shut down the border, stopped the cartels. But it was a team effort. It was a group of individuals collectively working towards a singular mission, which is what this White House wants. It's never going to be about one individual. I think the incoming Secretary, Mark Wayne Mullen, uniquely understands that, which is why, as we head into the midterm elections, focusing on that mission of delivering the president's campaign promises has to be at the forefront of anybody who fills this position.
Yeah. Luke Ball, good information as always. Thank you for coming on.